Shadow
Good
ban.
evening.
Shadow ban.
I think something's going on there, isn't it?
100%, mate.
Mate,
Shadow ban.
we got about a minute into that, and I seen 7 there. I thought, something's going on.
Yeah, same as that. Same as
Yeah.
that. Shadow ban.
So
Shadow
we
ban.
need everyone tonight to share.
Yeah, the little button on the left-hand side of your screen that's got a little arrow, hook arrow. Click on that. It says share, make a post. You don't have to write anything. Just boom, goes onto your wall. Then anybody on your wall will see we're live. They'll see you've shared it, and they'll hopefully click on. But it's going up slowly. Catchy monkey.
It is.
Good evening, Rose. Good evening. Thank you, Graham. Liked and shared. See. And that's it at the moment. We're there, aren't we? Where are we going? We'll have a little go anyway. How you doing, Matt? You have a good day yesterday, my old son?
Yeah, I did, mate. Yeah, you? I did. I was 34.
21?
34.
I remember.
I was blown away, Dave, on how many messages, comments, and posts I got this year compared to last year.
Mine's still going. Now.
It's still going today. Yeah, I've still had birthday wishes this morning on my post. So
Peter Scott's got him. He's been dead 7 years, bless him. Happy birthday, Peter. I don't even know. Some of them don't even know it's me. Yeah, happy birthday.
Well, no.
I look down, he definitely won't be up there. He'll be by the fire. Oh, yeah, lovely.
Yeah, so no, I had a good day, but and thank you to everyone that sent me messages or comments or posts and what have you. It was really good.
Yeah, blinded. Thank you very much, everyone. And still coming. I've had hundreds. I've liked as many as I can, but you can't ask me.
Yours went on for a week last time, didn't it?
Oh,
a fucking week.
Very, very humbling is the word.
It is.
Very humbling.
It is. Yeah.
But anyway,
thank you for the stars, Betty.
Yeah, thank you, Brian. Cheers for the stars. Getting stars in my eyes. Look. So who's in? Let's have a look. Who's in? Well, Brian's in. Alan Foss is in. Hello, Alan. Christine Holborn. She had a black screen, but she's all right now. Tanya, Jackie, Joan, Charlotte Marie. The admin's in. Mr. Stringer's in. Rose is in. I've said hello. Scott LeWhitler's in. Don McRae's in. Jones in. Nigel Spencer.
Thank
the
you
drug and alcohol worker. He's in.
And Shaney. Shaney.
Stars, go away. Shaney Kylie's in, yeah. Who else we got? I'm still scrolling. Steve Burrell. Good evening, Steve. Cat's in. Meow. Matt J. Everett. And we're about there, aren't we? With the people. Betty Swallets. What's he just said? Thank you, Annette, for them. Oh, Annette Griffin. Yeah, thank you, Annette. Thank you very much indeed, darling. I can see you now. Oh, good. I can see clearly now. The bullshit's gone. Yeah, it's not seeing; it's the hearing that's important.
Yeah,
I saw that
you
earlier.
can hear our crap rather than see our crap.
Yeah.
Oh, no, Alan Merritt's not in, though.
Alan Merritt won't be in. I don't know. He might be. It's still early doors. It's not midnight yet. He might be on Monday. Paul Bogey. Alan Merritt is currently. Well, I've got him a chicken. I've got him a lovely. Lisa ordered because on Fridays I normally have to be fished, and I fish on Fridays like you should do. But Lisa does love the crispy chicken and chips from over there from across the road.
Oh right.
So I thought, I'll get 3 lots of chicken and chips, and because Alan's down and he's staying in Hampton.
Yeah.
And he got a phone call this morning.
Yeah. Here, he sent me a message, a video.
Yeah, he got a phone call this morning. Oh, did he?
Yeah. I got it on here. I'll play it quickly. It's only 30 seconds long, I think. I won't. I don't know why there's music in that.
There wasn't music in it before.
No, there wasn't. So I don't know. Why there's music
you might have changed it. You might have doctored it to put music on it, and that's not the original.
Oh no, I'm just looking now. There was no music on there, but anyway, he sent me a video.
He stopped that because there's music on it, and if they hear music and it's copyrighted,
that's right.
They'll cut the live straight away. We know which music we can and can't play, generally speaking. So he sent you that message, didn't he? I didn't even know about it. About 4 o'clockish.
Yeah.
He must have done that earlier than 4.
Well, strangely, it says he was last online on WhatsApp at 10:05 this morning, but I got a video sent to me at 4:15 this evening.
Well, he phoned me up. He phoned me up about 9:30, about 10ish, 10 o'clock-ish. Alan phoned me up.
Yeah.
And he said, "Hello, Dave." He said, "I've had a really funny phone call." I said, "Oh, yeah."
Yeah.
He said, "Sussex Police." I thought, "What you been up to now?" And he said, "Yeah." He said, "They want me to come in to do a voluntary interview." I said, "All right, what you done?" He said, I said, "What's it in connection with? What you done?" Because I don't know what he gets up to in Lincolnshire, but he doesn't normally get up when he thinks,
no.
All right, parks in a disabled bay, maybe. But apart from that,
he's not a criminal, is he?
No, he's not a criminal, not to my knowledge. You know what I mean?
No.
But so then he says, "Yeah, voluntary interview for intimidate is 3-1." Exactly, Annie. 3-1. Might be 3-2 in a minute.
I think it would be 3-2.
Yeah. He said, "Witness intimidation." I said, "Oh yeah, who you been intimidating witness-wise?" He said, "Evidently the estate agents where we went last summer, because it's a very hot cases. The estate agents where we went last summer, and the girl was abusive, and I got up and said, 'Why, you've been fucking rude.' Not abusive, rude is the word. I'll take the abusive bit back. She didn't get a chance to be abusive. She was fucking rude, and she was told she was rude. In fact, I used the C word more than once, and told her that that's what she was, a rude, the word. No need to say it on here twice. You can make your own letters up after the C. Ends in a T, funny enough, and it's not got an A in the middle of it. It's not cat. So yeah, two letters in the middle. So yeah, she got called that. "Why you been such a rude?" Because she was extremely rude and very derogatory, which I don't like. There's no need for it. You know what I mean?
No.
And so that was that. But because she was rude and derogatory to Alan, he wrote a letter of complaint to the company. Yeah. When he went back to Lincolnshire, he never wrote. Sorry, he emailed.
Yeah.
And he never got a response from the email saying, "Listen, I'd like to make a complaint. This woman was extremely rude and derogatory, saying that I didn't speak English and she didn't understand me." The geezer's born in the fucking West End of London. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Capital city, mate. You can't get much more England than that, can you?
So,
so anyway, and she was obviously English, so she should have understood English. I would have thought as her first fucking language. But she just thought she'd talk down to a couple of working class people, you know what I mean?
Right,
fucking something special.
Yeah.
And she got pulled down a peg or two and didn't like it.
Yeah, so, they normally don't know, do they?
Of course they don't. You're allowed to give out offence, but you're not allowed to be offended. That's the new rule. Them's the fucking new rules they think people are going to play by. Good luck with that, especially on my watch. So I always like the offence to come first, you know what I mean? Because then I can give you it back with interest.
Of course.
It's always better that way, you know what I mean?
You know what you're dealing with as well, don't you?
You know what you're dealing with. But then they know what they're dealing with as well and realise, actually, I've bit off a bit more than I can chew here. Because the sergeant major comes out and you know what I mean? And they get the full fucking throttle of the vibration of the voice. So that's it. And anyway, so he sent the email off, never heard anything. So funny enough, oh no, she put them over there. Funny enough, I've got a copy of them because Alan's come down and he said, "Oh, this is the copy of the stuff I sent to the firm complaining. Never heard anything. I also wrote him a handwritten letter. Still never heard anything from them. Written him a third letter saying, 'Listen, I've not heard anything from the email, the letter I wrote, and I'd like some response on the complaint I've made about a member of your staff that was rude and derogatory when I was coming in there to spend, around about 200 grand in cash.'" You'd be rude to someone like that, wouldn't you? Make perfect fucking sense in their world. So that was that, and that's evidently because he put in a complaint about a staff member of this person's staff that was being no names were mentioned. I've got the bird's name here somewhere in legal paperwork. If you offered me £1 million now and said, "Give me a name," I couldn't. As much as I'd want that money, I'd have to get the paperwork. I remember. Tell you what her name is.
Yeah,
it's obviously a woman's name. I'll give you that much.
I remember you getting the papers and yourself. You wasn't even arrested, was you, Dave?
No, I
You
got
wasn't even
served.
arrested for the offence.
No, I got a summons from the court saying, what was it saying? I could fucking dig it out.
You had to.
But anyway,
You had to.
I'm that bothered
29th
about
of January, wasn't it?
fucking paperwork. But
Yeah.
it was for being aggressive or fucking. I don't know. It's an £80 fine if I went guilty for
That's
saying
right,
I
yeah.
was rude to someone.
Yeah.
Of course, alarm and distress she wants. That's what she wants. Because evidently she's got a heart condition. Yeah.
Well, no worse than yours.
I can top trump you with that because I bet she's got no stents because she's in about her mid to late 30s. So, well, she looks about 58. Just in case you're watching, love, you look about 58. So there's more derogatory. See, we can all do it. It's not difficult to be rude, is it? You know what I mean?
No, it's not. No.
Easy. For some people, it just rolls off the tongue. So anyway, you fucking bint. So apart from that,
if you're watching,
if you're watching or your boss is watching, you fucking tosser. So
don't fucking report the live.
Evidently you're not allowed to complain about people being rude when they are rude, and you complain,
right?
And the person you're complaining about who was rude is intimidating a witness, evidently, whose name you haven't fucking mentioned.
It's their way or the highway kind of thing, then, isn't it? This is what they
Alan
think.
went off. Yes. So Alan went off. He was asked to report involuntary interview at 3:00 at Worthing Police Station.
Yep.
So off he went. He come down the shop earlier on about 1:00, got himself something to eat and a cup of tea. Off he went to Worthing Police Station to complain that the woman who phoned up this morning phoned on a private number, would give no details of who she was, or rank or badge number, or anything like that. And he just thought it was very rude. And the woman was rude on the phone, evidently. I wasn't privy to the conversation, so I don't know. You and Alan have aged her. Oh, fucking, they'll all be aged. They'll be like aged fucking sirloin steaks by the time I'm finished with them. More than 50-day-old aged. So off he went at 2:30 to put in his complaint. And he was outside the police station. I didn't know. I'm in the shop. He was outside the police station saying, I'm going to go into the police station to make a complaint. And then obviously you saw that. And he was, I mean, people do it how they want to do it. Me, I'd normally, if I'm doing a recording of someone, my phone's in my hand. And you can record in a police station in the foyer as much as you like in the public area.
Yeah, of course you can.
Yeah. So what he said, I'm going to hide the phone so they can't see it. That's not a good turnout to do it that way.
No.
You need to
if
you're going to record people, let them know you're going to record them. You know what I mean? Or that you are recording them. That's the correct way to do it. So anyway, he's obviously put the phone in his pocket, and I think the recording's gone off. I think it's turned off in his pocket. Or his phone's gone to sleep. It's in the dark. So we never got the bit of where he was in complaining. But then he was. They don't do interviews in Worthing Police Station. It shuts at 5. You know what I mean? Worthing Police Station, like most police stations do. So he's obviously been in Worthing Police Station for an hour or two, and then they've taken him from Worthing, bless his cotton socks. He's gone on a little police car ride to Darrington Custody Suite, where they're interviewing him. So anyway, I'm thinking about 4:30ish. I'm thinking, well, what the fuck are they interviewing him about then? It's 4:30 now. Surely it's only an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And you go no comment anyway. Within an hour, they're going, this fucker's not saying anything. Let's get them out. But anyway, you know, Alan, they'll know all about Beach Home and everything else. Ramsey's case will have come up, no doubt. They'll know all about Ramsey. They'll probably know about the Loquacious Live. They're probably on here watching. If you are, hello, Sussex Police.
Yeah.
You fucking mug.
Good evening.
So, can't wait till the 27th of April when we fucking roast you in court. So then Lisa says, right, Lisa takes control. I'm phoning the police and I want to know where Alan is. So she phones the police at about 5:30ish. He hung up. A geezer got through to a geezer in the custody suite. Oh no, he won't be here. He'll be at Worthing Police Station. Let me get the extension number. Boop. Let me put you through to the extension. Boop. Yeah, off goes the phone. Lisa's like me. Okay, we're playing that game. Redial. Gets a woman at the custody centre after phoning 101. So
Yeah.
I'm Worthing. I'm phoning on Alan Merritt. Who are you? I'm a friend. You don't need to know who I am. I'm a friend, and I just want to know. He went in at 3:00 for a voluntary interview, and it's 5:15 now, and we're about to get chicken and chips, and we'd like to know where he is.
Yeah.
Oh, he's just coming out of his interview now. He'll be away from here. Well, that was at fucking 5:30, 5:45, mate. So 6:00. Well, Durrington's 10 minutes from here. Durrington Custody Suite.
Yeah.
His phone's working. Alan's phone's ringing, but they probably got that in the property by now. And he's probably in. He's probably behind door number 4 or 5 or 10 or whichever one it is.
Well,
getting ready for his all-day breakfast.
Court Monday morning.
So I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Because Friday is the worst day of the week to get a pull.
Oh, mate, yeah. Well, they think
and they're very busy at the moment. They tell you on the phone. I was going to say.
Well, this is what I got. This is what I got sent this morning that come through this evening. I'm very confused to what times. This is the last I heard from him.
Right, I'm going to record this. I'm at Chatsworth Road Police Station in Worthing. I'm just about to go in, so I'm going to see if I can get away with it. Find out what this is all about. I got a private number phone call this morning from police. Didn't give it, identify themselves, didn't give a number. The number was withheld. They've sent me a text since, giving no name, no rank, no nothing. Asking me if I don't turn up for a voluntary interview here at Worthing Police Station at 3:00 today, I could be arrested. No collar number, no nothing was given, no name, and the threat of arrest has been made. So I'm going to go make an official complaint about it now. So I'm going to try and hide this, but keep it recording.
Scaffolders could have shut up while he was recording, couldn't they?
So this is how. So just so that we know, so everyone's clear, yeah. A voluntary interview. If you can come in voluntarily to be interviewed, you're volunteering to do it, yeah. And if you don't volunteer, we're going to issue a fucking warrant for your arrest.
Yeah.
Well, how is that? In what fucking madness is that volunteering?
Is that voluntary?
So I'm either volunteering to come in, or I'm volunteering to get fucking arrested and have a warrant sent out. Do they not understand fucking basic English? These fucking cockwombles.
Well, mate, no, they don't. I don't think they do. Is the answer to that? But I just can't get my head around the fact that they've got the time, the resources to waste to voluntarily interview someone over something there's nothing really to do with it, other than wanting to buy a house and spend nearly
£80 fine. Yeah, Carrie's an £80 fine. At best ways, even if I went not guilty and got found guilty, so they got me double, because you don't get the third off, so £160. If I got found guilty after not guilty, shouldn't come to more than 160.
No,
right?
That's right. Yeah,
they can see £160 investment fine that they're going to possibly get their hands on. Their greedy little mitts is worth keeping someone in custody for what is now 7 coming up for 9 hours. 2 court cases, a firm of solicitors, the magistrate's expenses and everything else.
Yeah,
mate. So honestly, what we do is we'll invest $5,000 of our of public's money, and we'll get £160 back. What do you reckon, Les?
Oh, man,
I don't know. But if I was on the drains den, I'd say I'm very sorry, but I'm out.
Yeah. Well, there's a little task for everyone to do. Don't do it now. Don't leave the live because it can wait. Because he's probably having plenty of cups of tea and chatting away. But we all need to phone the police station after the live, don't we? And give them some.
101 Sussex Police. Sussex Police. You need to get through first. You'll get to Sussex Police and you'll ask for the custody suite.
Yeah.
Durrington custody suite. Yeah. After the live, we'll drive them fucking mental, like we did at the Nut House in Durrington.
That's right. Well, we had a free David Swift. 24 hours later, we had a free David Swift too, and now we've got a free Alan Merritt. We're gonna have free the pair of them soon because they'll both be fucking in there. But the funny thing is, what I can't get my head around, Dave, is you've never been arrested, you've never been questioned, you were summoned straight to court, and they wouldn't fucking do it to you, and it's you they're trying to pin the charges on.
Funny enough,
That's what makes it.
Well, funny enough, guess what happened, right? Aaron, this afternoon, after Alan had gone, he'd gone, and me and my pals in the shop, running the business. Cagney walks in. You know?
Yeah, I do.
Cagney walks in, right? Cagney walks in. The PSO was outside the NatWest, Nationwide, rather.
Yeah.
The one who was outside the Nationwide 2 years ago, the older one, the dumpy one. If you're watching, Cagney, you're the dumpy one. Yeah, the little short dumpy one. The one that's wider than it is tall. That one. Yeah, PCSO. Police useless something is in there somewhere. We'll be able to work out what PCSO means. It stands for fucking useless at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So she walked in the shop, right? Bearing in mind, she's written a statement about me to do with this case that Alan's been threatened about. She wrote a statement about me that went into the magistrates that said, I know Mr. Swift is a very rude man. He was very rude to me. He was abusive to me. Her words, not mine. He was abusive to me outside the Nationwide.
Yeah, that's correct.
That was on a fucking live stream.
And that very night, night,
if you call, stop wasting my time, go away. I'm doing nothing illegal. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
I didn't know the police dealt with banking matters. If you think that's abusive, why didn't you nick me? Because being abusive to a police officer, you got a good chance in there. Funny enough,
as well as telling you on that very same live that you had done nothing wrong, you could stay there and continue to do what you were doing. I mean, not in those words, but that's what was basically put across to you.
And that's what she said. No, she did say those. That was in the words. Yeah, you're not doing anything wrong. You're doing nothing illegal. You can stay as long as you like.
You like, that's right. Yeah. 20 minutes later, two officers come round, didn't they? They walked off, come back with a car, and that was it. You were arrested. Little did they know, 12 hours later, he was fucking back there. Free Swifty too.
Off we go. 12 hours later. NFA, exactly. Got arrested again. Take to the nails. Yeah.
The section for the weekend. He drove them absolutely nuts.
That was all NFA, and we're still arguing about the compensation for that because it's quite a pretty penny that they've got to pay out, and they don't want to, and they're fucking, you know. So, so she's now perjured herself, and I'll tell you what this is, July, and I've had it with the police since my son signed up with him. Since Ross signed up, he's an inspector now. My youngest of my two boys. My youngest of the two boys, he's a police inspector. Funny enough, at Worthing. He might be talking to Alan as we speak, saying, "What's my dad up to now?"
Well,
we need to know his movements. He goes at 11 o'clock in the morning. If police are watching, and you need to know my movements, I'm pretty regular. I go about 11 o'clock in the morning. If you need to know my movements, all right. So.
Knowing Alan, he's down there now in the Nick watching the Loquacious live with them.
Yeah, exactly. But what this is a malicious prosecution. That's all it is. Because I've got a pending thing from the nationwide. That's all it is. Cool. Sussex police abused me and my friend on Wednesday, all because my firm kicked a man out of her home for not paying his rent. She held his stuff until paid. The police made so scared yet they can arrive to get a man's back, but can't come for a knife crime. Yeah, I understand all that, darling. They come for knife time because they're busy, very busy, dealing with one Alan Merritt who wrote a letter of complaint to an estate agent,
which he's entitled to do.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Because you have to prioritise the stuff that's going on out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which, you know, there's knife crime, there's rapes going on. You know what I mean? They've got investigations within the police about the police. So they are very busy doing fuck all.
Which brings me to my next. Donuts. Which brings us to our first topic of the night, which is quite a big one. So anyone that's watching now, there is going to be some videos played. So trigger warning. If you do not like, I would leave because they are quite graphic, unfortunately. But we are going to play them tonight. I'm also going to bring Donna and Dave in on this because they've done a live tonight. or Donna did as well. And I'm just going to play that first, so we got a kind of idea
What's it
of
about?
what we're going to be
What's the
talking
content
about.
before you get people jumping out the live? What's the content
Well,
of the video?
good evening, Donna and Dave.
Hello.
It's,
How are you doing?
Good, thank you.
How?
So the content we've got is of children bullying at schools. Is quite graphic, quite So if you don't want to see it, I would turn away now. But first of all, I'm going to play Donna's, which is not graphic. I mean, do watch this. This has been going on, I believe now. Is it 2 years, Donna? Did you say this has been going on?
2 years.
2 years. So have a quick look at this.
Hello, my beauties. Right, last week we had the article come out in quite a few papers that triggered me like a lefty, shall I say. Now, Simon Sideways covered it on his channel. It's absolutely fuming, was spitting feathers while he was explaining it. Well, this school happens to be local to us, and they thought that trying the whole apologising in the newspaper like the police do when they make a major fuck up, which is most of the time, they'd apologise and think that it gets swept under the carpet. Well, the video at the end of this clip, we didn't quite sweep it under the carpet. We went for a little jolly and let the place know just how disgusted we are at the fact that homework even made it into the children's hands. We've caused no loss, harm or injury. We had no intent to cause any loss, harm or injury. We just wanted to make a big, bold, bright statement, because believe me, it would have been more than a banner if that homework had been handed to our kids. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoy it. Bye for now. That's the school there. Didn't take that long to do, did it? Doesn't it look pretty? This is just to let fucking people know that it's not acceptable. Hi guys, I'm not going to invite anyone. I've tagged who I needed to tag. If you want to watch, you'll watch. If you don't, you don't. I'm doing this video with a very, very saddened and angry heart, but it needs to be done. Today, a friend's daughter at Kelvin Hall was beat upon by students while 3 teachers stood and watched. Now, this poor lass has been going through shit for 2 years. Bullied for 2 years. Have the school done anything? Have they fuck?
Yeah, well, hang on, just bear with me 1 second.
Go on. What's going on?
Sorry. I just had a phone call from Alan Merrick. So let's go back to that a minute, because Alan's going to jump. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Perfect.
Speaking of Ofsted, Dave, bloody, they haven't had an Ofsted report done since 2015, was it? I was told.
Yeah.
Why haven't they not had an Ofsted report since 2015? This is the school in question.
Probably because the head teacher's still alive, with all due respect.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? Just to clear up on the Ofsted, yeah. Obviously, nobody wants to see anybody committing suicide for any reason whatsoever. You know what I mean? No, but when if you're in yourself in such a position, yeah, that you've done things are so bad, yeah. Because me personally, I don't think Ofsted are strict enough.
They're
Well,
a
they're
joke.
That's my
They're not.
view on it. Not yours.
Ofsted are a joke. It's
all right giving them a rating, but then they never do anything about it.
Well,
So,
the rating, the rate. There's a time difference here, and it's overlapping. So
something's
just moving on
overlapping
quickly.
somewhere.
Yeah, I'm lagging really bad. And Dave, you're moving really slow on me.
you mean Dave or Debbie?
No, David. David. And I just want to get this back because we got Alan in the background, so I'm going to bring him in a second. So let's just do this bullying. I was sent a video this week. I've seen it. I'm going to play it now. This one's a lot worse than what we've just witnessed, and I've noticed a lot of people talking. And I've been a very good friend of ours. I've been this week. Who, if they're watching, I give a big shout out to the grandson or the son, whichever one's watching tonight, who's been through hell at school in the last week. So big up to him. He's done the right thing in the end, and I hope the police do what they should do and deal with that. But on the back of that, I was sent this video of a young lad being bullied at school.
Chatting on X, fam. You fucking mad, fam. You fucking chatting. You looking all fucking juicy. You looking all fucking juicy right now.
Please, I'm sorry.
I'm so juicy. I'm so juicy.
Mom's on the
Oh, boils my fucking piss that was.
Yeah, I saw that. She blood boiled, didn't it?
Why are they covering the fucking face?
I don't know why all this is lagging all of a sudden.
No, I don't.
Mate. The kid's half their age, isn't he? The kid is half their age. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it doesn't matter, does it, mate?
Right.
Bullying it's horrendous.
It's
Absolutely horrendous. It destroys people's lives. They can't talk to the families about it. And then, you know.
Tasha's just put in the comments, why is that not racist? And I did notice that out of the 3 boys that was picking on that one boy, 2 of them was a different colour. Now, is this because the schools won't pick up on the fact that they'd be called racist if they pulled them to one side like everything else is these days?
No, you
know
can't
what I mean?
do it the other way round. Unfortunately, where we stand at the moment is that racism only goes one way, doesn't it? It's from right-wing white people. That's where racism.
They won't.
You can't be a racist if you're a lefty. You know that. Lefties can't be.
They're worried about
that?
bullies because they're scared of being called racist. The same as all this with social services and the police and everything else. They're scared of being called racist, so that's why the people that are doing it aren't getting fucking disciplined.
Because if you used ordinary terminology, who's got a device playing in the background? Someone's got a device.
Yeah.
Echo. Someone's got a device somewhere, and it ain't me.
No, not mine's
If you ask me, just turn that speaker off.
Mine. It's somewhere with feedback on it. That's it. Whatever it is, it's gone. So
It's gone,
sorry
yeah.
about that. What it is?
Try that one now.
It's gone now.
Is that better?
Yeah, it's perfect. Perfect. Keep it there.
Oh.
What happens? That's where you get feedback comes through the mic, through our headsets, and it'll end up in the live. So the thing is, if we called literally a spade, unfortunately, there's no other way of putting it. If you use the terminology correctly and said, "Listen, that's racist. It doesn't matter what colour you are, where you're from, what religion you're being racist," and you know the left can be racist, the right can be racist, the centre can be racist, liberals, Democrats, whatever you want, whatever you are. It's possible for everyone to be these and more. Things would go a lot more smoothly. you wouldn't be showing this on a live like we just have done, and sort out in the correct manner. And people would stop people would stop arguing about it amongst themselves. You know what I mean? Of why isn't this? Why isn't that? Why can this one be it and that one can't? That's because they don't want it, because it causes division by not having it sensible. You know what I mean? And calling it out for what it is. And I suppose that also every single Indigenous white attack or slap on a person of colour, whether they've got not skin as you and me, the same pigmentation, they can. The first thing they pull out, the Crown Prosecution and police, we'll have the racist card on that one. We'll get them again. We'll get everyone at it again. You know what I mean? And that's what it's done. 100%. And that's the road we've gone down. And then all the time we keep going down that road, we're going to be where we are. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Donna, so just going back to this case that you posted about today, where are you, or where are the family at the moment with that bullying case? Because it's been going on for 2 years, you say. What's happened? What's the latest that's happened?
Nothing. The school are doing jack shit. In fact, when her dad went into school to pick her up, the head teacher actually looked at him and smugly grinned at him as if to say, "Jack shit's gonna get done." Do you know what I mean? And it's annoying. Right, okay. 3 teachers stood there and watched.
I don't know if you can hear me, but I can't hear anything.
Yeah, go on. I just muted you a sec.
As well.
We'll go back to the case.
What the hell is going on in school? It's they're supposed, right? You send your kids there, right? And they're supposed to say, right, we're in charge of your kids while they're here. Well, look after them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What the hell, right? What kind of incentive do you have to send your kids to school these days? Not only are they getting indoctrinated, being taught that you can be any sex you want, right? They're just getting fucking beat up. And it's fucking stressful for the kids. It's stressful for the family. Yeah. And it leads to what did Bobby say earlier when we asked him about 200 deaths a year?
Approximately 200 children a year commit suicide due to bullying. That's 200 children too many.
Yeah. Well, what one is too many, isn't it?
Well, one child's too many, yeah. But you don't. Well, like it says, there's people going about protecting children, but we need to go head first with the schools, because that's where a lot of the children are getting hurt. Go directly at the schools.
Well, if I tell you today of this case in particular I'm talking about, that a young lad had his head stamped on, and the police are willing to take that into account and deal with one of them, right? But the other group, who has been sending messages via social media and messages as such as they're going to fucking hang him, yeah, they will not take serious. That is it. End of. So threats to kill is now not illegal, I guess.
Threats to kill used to be an instant remand job. So what's going on?
Well, it's crazy that. I mean, obviously, bullying has always gone on, and it will always happen. I understand that, but schools are not doing enough when it's reported. Do you know what I mean? To stop it. That's in my personal opinion. Well, unless, of course, it's towards the teacher.
I learned to climb trees because of my bullies. And my mum actually said to me, if you come home crying once more, I'll give you something to cry about. And the following day I got excluded because I ended up scrapping with the fucking school bully. Right? And the reason I got excluded is because the teacher got in the way, and I twatted the teacher in the jaw as well.
Yeah.
In my defence, he got in the way. But enough was enough. Again, and that's we didn't want to get a slap off my mum, because everyone
again it happens
getting a slap.
That happened in this case as well, when the person being bullied retaliated and took one of them out and put him to the floor. They suspended him and sent him home.
Yeah.
Now that to me only tells the child one thing: it's okay to bully. It's okay not to get on. It's okay to go around doing this to children, because the punishment, you defend yourself, self-defense, you'll get in trouble for it. So allow the bullies to continue.
One of your inalienable rights is the right to self-defense.
Well, that's it.
They wanna be
There you go.
sorting
Annie said it
things out.
herself as well.
Well, the school must have an
Yeah,
anti-bullying
half the
policy.
time I believe the schools are scared. Well, you can get all the anti-bullying policies from each primary school, secondary school. It is all displayed on their website. Whether they stick to it or not is a different matter. Now, I find, and I don't have children, but I find a lot of the cases I've heard of bullying, it seems to be that the bullies and their families are never challenged. Now, for whatever reason that is, I don't know. But it seems to be easier to deal with the person or punish the person that has gone through or being bullied at the time, suspend them. I mean, what is that going to do to children? I remember I was bullied at school. Getting a call from your mum in the morning, knowing that you have to get up, get ready to go to school and face it, and then you're too scared to say anything, right? And then when it happens and it's been recorded or it's on CCTV, to then suspend that attack, what must that do mentally for the child?
Well, it's going to affect him mentally for the rest of his life, because if he stands up for himself, or he thinks if I go out in public, anxiety, he's going to have anxiety for the rest of his life. Probably won't be able to go out into the fucking right place because of these assholes, right?
100%.
So, right, he's going to think that he's going to be a victim all his fucking life, and you're not going to be a victim all your life.
Yeah, definitely.
Kids, when it starts and they've not been protected, or they've not been helped, or they've not been believed, or they've not had anybody to talk to, right? They're going to go through the whole life like that, and it's just going to get worse and worse, and that'll affect his mental health for the rest of his life. And them arseholes that's doing that, their parents,
PTSD and everything else.
Their parents must have been schoolboys.
Then, if you act on that and take your child out of school, they come down heavy on you and fine you.
Yeah, exactly.
So you can't win, can you? So there we go.
No.
Anyway, that was that. I just wanted to highlight that. And like I said, to the little lad that's going through at school, and Donna, your friend, and their families, I hope that the bullies get everything they deserve.
We decided between us earlier, we've actually put a reward out because someone did video it. And we want the video as evidence so the parents can go and do what we need to do.
Well,
if nothing's done, then we will step in. And I haven't got a problem with chaining another gate shut to a school. I will make them uncomfortable, believe me.
Well, the same school had a paedophile PE teacher, allegedly. I'll say allegedly. Just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I went to that school when I was a kid, right? And it was a great school. I only got tried to be bullied once, and I smashed the guy's head against a clothes peg and hospitalised him. But nobody ever bullied me again, right? But not everybody's like that.
You can't do that anyway these days, because the one that's being bullied will be the one that gets into trouble.
Yeah, they think they're going to be a victim at school. They're going to be a victim all their lives.
Yeah.
And that.
Well, yeah, they do. It has a major effect. It does have a major effect on people. You know, it does. And like I said, I hope that yourselves and your friends, their families, and I'm on about the bullies get what they deserve and it's dealt with properly. I won't bank on it because they're just not interested. But all we can do is obviously highlight it. And if you get that video, Don, send it across.
Yeah, we'll do. Like I said, if they don't do anything about it, it's about time we started making the schools feel a bit uncomfortable and see how they like it.
Definitely.
I've got plenty of changes around.
Excellent. Well, guys, we're going to have to crack on because we're well behind now, and I think Alan's going to come in after you and have a little chat. So,
Alan is going to come in. Thanks for coming in, Donna. Thanks for coming in,
Dave. Thank you very much. Cheers.
Love you all. Love you all.
Safe trucking. Safe trucking. Thank you very much indeed. So there you go. Bullying, the thing is, you see, I'm a bit. Is it bullying? But obviously, blatant bullying is blatant bullying.
Yeah.
Verbal is verbal. You know, when does verbal become bullying? You know what I mean? I'm a bit on the fence with the verbal bullying. You know, hurty words, that sort of stuff.
I mean, it depends what kind of words, I suppose, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, if you're, you know, people. I know it works both ways in relationships where the male can be verbally abusive to the female, and the male and the
Yeah.
female can be verbally abusive to the male. Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's definitely verbal bullying. You know what I mean? That is there's a line. The trouble is the waters have got so clouded and muddied, haven't they, over the last 30
Yeah.
years, 40 years maybe. The waters have got
Yeah.
very, very muddy.
Yeah.
So Sealy word is
They don't-
carrogga, to stir up, carrogga. So no one knows what the fuck's going on. Is he being racist? Is that actually been bullying? You know, are they being verbally aggressive because you've told someone to, do one with the FO word? You know, where do you draw the line? You know what I mean? And But what we saw with those kids, that's brilliant, mate. If you attack someone, knowing full well you've got all the power over them, and they've got no chance of fighting you back, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
Simple as
Yeah.
that. A 1-to-1 of someone of the same height, same weight, same ages. I used to get bullied as a kid, funny enough, as much as you might find that surprising. But yeah, I got bullied as a kid up until Moorfield till I was 7. And then my sister, my eldest sister, who was a lot older than me at that time, she married a geezer who could box. And he taught me a couple of moves. And then I used to crack the bullies in the, couple of 2 or 3 years above me.
Yeah.
Used to be my forte.
I used to get it until my granddad told me, take the biggest one, take the ringleader, and once you've taken that and you've stood up to him, the rest will fall. And I did one day, and it was very true. And that was the end of my bullying days. But
the other thing is, so I obviously it's not for me to discuss other people's business, and or hearsay or anything like that. But I've just seen Emily O'Sullivan's comment, and you just put it up. They said to my son, "Don't come to school, or we will hang you." Right? Yeah. Which, in a roundabout way, old school as I am, I would say that's pretty much comes under threats to kill. Personally,
yeah, definitely.
I'd have thought that's more important as in the list of priorities go on. Let's say intimidating a witness.
Yeah.
I think threats to kill should be taken pretty seriously. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the police in one case I know about, Dave, right, have now failed to attend this person's house to, or put them off. Yet the grandparents walk down the road and see 2 dogs fighting, and there's police there dealing with a dog fight. You can't get them out when your child's either being threatened like this, like Emily said, or being bullied at school by multiple people and having his head stamped on. What's all that about? I mean,
we don't want to upset the dog lovers, do we? You know what I mean? Because some people, funny enough, as mad as it may sound, they put animals and pets above humans. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Again, I basically use common sense and logic myself. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I put myself as like the king of the jungle, as the male species on the planet, more powerful than a lion. Because we can pick up a gun and shoot the lion, can't we? If it was to attack you, not for fun, I don't mean. I mean, if we are the top of the food chain. Unless you happen to go into the lion's den without a gun, then you suddenly become part of its food chain. Same as swimming in the sea, where pretty much the king bee's out there until a fucking shark turns up and you're in his house, and he's got all right to take the left leg off if he wants to, really, hasn't he? Mm. It's his house you're in. You know what I mean? It's his rules. You know what I mean? And I don't think he would obey legislation as to say you mustn't do that, Mr. Sharp. You know what I mean? Very naughty. No. You won't have it. You can't work with them like that. They don't. And people with dogs, they will say, "Oh no. It's much more important to look after a dog and make sure 2 dogs aren't fighting. Kids down the road, leave them alone." Get that in the debate. There might not be any in here tonight, but you would get that in the debate.
Mm. Yeah. I understand you do get them, but as a police point of view, especially when you're paying in for that service, do you know what I mean? Mm. Admittedly, if they've turned out to deal with the bullies or your problem at home and the dog fight, I get it. But when you see that and you're the victim of being bullied, or your kids are, or your grandkids are, you'd look at it and say, well, actually, that's a bit of a piss take. We pay into the system for the fucking police. They can't
Yeah.
turn up, and my kids are not safe. But it's
Oh.
all right because the dogs down the road ain't fighting.
Well, I did see an interview on the Trigger Warning television. I saw an interview with Khan, funny enough, and an interviewee or interviewer.
Good night, Anne. Have
Good
a
night,
lovely
darling.
weekend.
Have a lovely weekend. Yeah, I did see an interview with Khan, and she was trying to get him to say how he could see the Met sorting themselves out with all this stuff that's going on. What he obviously knows there needs to be change. He knows there's corruption. There's we've gone way past the bad apple scenario, haven't we? You know what I mean? I think we've got a good apple in there somewhere. If we can get through the fucking bad apples to find a good one, that's where I think we are now. Not just with the Met, with the police in general. So to sort it out, where'd you start? How'd you do it? It's not going to take days, weeks, months, years, is it? It's going to take decades, if ever it gets sorted.
Yeah. If ever, that's more of a chance. If ever, I don't think it will it?
Well, Khan did say, well, I lost so much confidence in the previous commissioner of the Met that I wouldn't renew her contract. Well, you did fucking 6 months before that, mate.
Yeah.
And she wasn't acting any different. Crescinda Dix wasn't acting any different, doing anything different from the day she started the fucking job, mate. She didn't start it really good and got fucking worse, did she? She started it shit and ended it shit. All the stuff in the middle was poop.
And it's always been bad, hasn't it? That's the thing.
And it took him did it take him 6 years or 7 years to work out that he'd employed someone who was fucking crap, useless at the job. Not because she's a woman.
Yeah.
Of a certain persuasion. But yeah, no, we can't go into that, can we? Probably sexist, racist, or policist. That'll be the next one. Policist. You're being policist.
Yeah, you're being policist. And that
I'm
will be a
surprised I haven't got on that one yet.
No, you're right.
You're right. That off the Loquacious Live. Policist.
As they're watching now, talking about Alan Merritt. So go on then. What did Alan say?
Right, Alan, I've just spoken to him. He's going to be here in about 15 minutes, 20 minutes. His cab's just picking him up. He said, I didn't want to call you, Dave, because I knew you'd be doing a live, blah, 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 all that malarkey. And I didn't want to phone you during the live because I know you go a bit fucking scatty when someone phones you. So he's on his way. He's on his way. So hopefully Alan will be here within the next 10 or 15 minutes.
Right. Okay.
I don't want to steal his thunder. He's
no.
Obviously. He's at the North Star Public House.
Oh, right. Okay. I seen him waving his papers.
You can still phone them afterwards, Sussex Police.
Yeah.
So I just want to know, is Mr. Merritt all right? Oh, no, we let him go.
Definitely.
Oh, what, at 6 o'clock?
Fucking
no.
Full of shit.
You let him go at 8 o'clock. They told us 6 o'clock. He's just finished interviews on his way out. Well, he said, you're right, Dave. I had just finished the interview. They didn't lie to you about that. He said, but they put me back in a cell for 2 hours.
What for?
That to do the paperwork for the no further action.
Oh my God. Yeah.
So we're not going to nick you. We've interviewed you. You've done nothing wrong. We're going to NFA it. If you could just go back in a cell, we could lock the door for another 2 hours.
Fuck.
But he can claim on that.
Useless.
Get money for that.
Yeah. Well, he needs to.
He's got 1,500 quid, 2 grand sat there if he goes through with it and does a complaint.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Definitely.
I'll get him on 101 as soon as he comes in.
Definitely. I was going to say, if anyone can help him, he's with the right person there.
Yeah, 2 grand sat there all day long, mate. That's a holiday, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's nearly your electric bill for a quarter, isn't it? 2 grand.
And what's more important is at the end of it, when you've got that proof and you've had that payment, and you say, "I fucking told you, and I wasn't going to let it go." Do you know what I mean? There's the proof. I've done nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Waste of space they are, really are.
So why couldn't Alan be allowed to sit at reception? Well, because they don't want to do that, do they? They want to be arseholes. That's their main forte in life. Because we can't get you and can't nick you, we've still got power over you because you're in our custody suite. You can't get out unless we unlock the door, unless you attack us, and then we can nick you for assaulting a police officer.
And then it's further,
So what we do is we noise you up. No different. I mean, whether you agree with it or not, what was his name? Brexit Brian, didn't he? Brexit Brian got nicked at a demo
Yeah.
in
He did, yeah.
in South London. Yeah, he got
Mhm.
nicked at a demo in
Yep.
South London. They accused him of doing something, a Nazi salute,
Yeah.
I think it was, which
That's
he
right.
wasn't. He did a Nazi salute, but not in the way they tried to portray
Portray it.
He did it because they would
Yeah.
call him a Nazi. They were shouting Nazi at him. So it's all right
Yeah.
for one lot of demonstrations to shout Nazis, Nazis, Nazis. The minute you stick your hand up and recognise it, you're in trouble. You can't do that. So you can be called a Nazi, but you mustn't act like one.
Mm.
How the fuck does that work? In what?
Yeah, well, like you said to me earlier, Dave,
what they did,
they
with
make
Brian,
it up as they go along.
Of course they do. They make it up as they go along. That's a problem
Yeah.
we're in. If they're making
Yeah.
the rules are fucking there, mate. Follow the rules
Yeah.
that are already there. That's all you have to do. Stop making
Yeah.
shit up.
Yeah, 100%.
So what they do with Brian, sorry about that, I've got to calm down. Don't want to get a ticket.
Yeah.
So what they did with Brian, right? Because they nicked him in South London, yeah, at the Honour Oak. He was out there filming against the not the transvestites, mustn't say that. Men in Black, skirts. About the ones who do fucking, what are they called? Drag queens. That's the ones. I'm trying to think what they call them now. Because they keep changing the fucking names of stuff as well, don't they? Can't keep up with that. So the drag queen who's outside the Honour Oak pub filming about what they were protesting, that we want to be able to fucking teach kids how to do the splits in class with fuck all on. Yeah. They wanted to do that, and he wasn't happy about it and wanted to film that. Anyway, so he gets nicked South London. You'd think a normal fucking operation would be, bearing in mind, I don't know, there's probably about 1,000 police stations in London, maybe 200 or 300 in South London. No, we'll take him to, where should we take? Let's take him to fucking Kent.
Yeah, yeah.
They took him miles away, out the area, to Bexley. Yeah.
Right.
Because it makes perfect sense to them to take, in their minds, we can drive 10 minutes to the local nick and put him there, or we could drive an hour and a half to a nick far, far away, so that when we let him out, we won't let him out. And I said to, I think it was Alan, funny enough, I said he won't get out until 12 o'clock from midnight until about 2 hours, and he got released at 1 o'clock. So I was bang on the money.
Yeah.
We'll let him out at 1 o'clock in the morning, so he's got fucked for a bus, got no public transport. If he's got no money on him, he can't get a cab. He'll have to fucking walk.
And you're and that's where their responsibility ends, and they know it as well.
Well, no, it doesn't. That's the true rub. Is that once they NFA you, then it's wrongful arrest.
Yeah. Well, yeah, of course. But what I'm saying, they play to the rules, and once you're NFA'd and released, you're no longer their responsibility. Get out and job done.
If you nick me on suspicion of doing something, and your suspicion's wrong, you're fucking wrong, mate, isn't you?
Yeah.
You can't have it both ways, and that's when you put your complaint in and ask for a check.
Yes, definitely, and Alan, and he's got to that through, definitely. Just go back to Shaney's question. Obviously, we'll know more from Alan if he pops on. I don't believe he will have to appear in court with you because he's got NFA, so that would be no further action required there, wouldn't it?
That's the madness about it. He's not part of the case. He's not.
No,
he was the one who was being verbally abused, and I was the one who, because Alan's very quiet, very reasonably quieter than me. I was the one who got up and said, "Why are you being fucking rude, you horrible?"
Dave, I just want to ask you why we're live, because it cuts everything out nice and easy. I see a few questions coming in, and I have seen it as well, and I have been asked myself. On the day that you attend court in April, there's quite a few people that want to come down for your support. Are you happy for that, or would you rather you go on and do that yourself?
I don't mind, mate. If people want to come down, come down. I'm a big boy. I'm all 5'8" of me. It's a malicious prosecution. And that's the road I'll be going down. Mate, you've been trying to nick me for fucking I don't know how long. All right, you got me on a kidnap. Fucking gee whiz. You know what I mean? A burglar.
Yeah.
I'm
but for good reason.
But at the end of the day, regardless of what you think or not, you're not allowed to take the law into your own hands, which I did. and I got a nice 3.5 year prison sentence for it, and I'd do it again if you.
Well, exactly.
You know what I mean? I would. Again.
Shaney's just asking what time.
Do anything about it because they'll be too busy. They'll be too busy trying to separate dogs. You know what I mean? Fighting.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't get them round for a burglary. Fuck me, you can't get them round because your kid's been threatened to be fucking hung at school by other kids.
And correct me if I'm wrong here, but we actually done a live just before Christmas where they said anyone that phones 101 or 999 for burglary, they will attend. They will send an officer to your house. Is that right or is that wrong? That's their promise.
I just saw a report. I don't know how true it is, obviously, because I've not looked at it. What time is it, David? Well, it's normally kick-off. Oh, 2 o'clock. It's a 2 o'clock kick-off, yeah. Or 1,400 hours in real money.
Where's that to, Dave?
That's 2 Worthing Magistrates.
Worthing Magistrates Court, 2 p.m. Yeah. There you go. 1,400 hours.
Timothy. Well, you see, Emily, I can't say too much about what's gone on because there could be some legal implications. I'm talking to Emily and Annie O'Sullivan.
Yeah.
I can't say too much because I know there's stuff going on. I do know what's going on, obviously. And when I can, and I've spoken to Emily and Annie about further stuff, then by all means we'll come on here. I'll see you there, Shaney. Yeah, you will. Yeah, 100%. I'll be there, definitely. So for that, I'll get a warrant out for me arrest, won't I?
A voluntary arrest.
But they got a few surprises coming, and I think they've got a good idea that there'll be surprises. They'll just be wondering what they are. What madness is he going to come up with this time?
If so, it's against
I might wear my jester's hat for a start. Do a Dave Courtney on them.
Just going to Nigel's comment there. I suspect by detaining him and locking him up for 2 hours, it's the punishment because they know that there's nothing else they can do. So by locking him up and chucking him in a cell is his punishment, isn't it?
Yeah. What they're trying to say is, I'll drop yourself out, mate. Keep away from this. You've already spent 4 hours in jail for nothing. Because someone was rude to you. That's what they're saying to him. That's exactly. But we'll see. Alan will do what Alan does, doesn't
he? Yeah, of course.
But fuck them. So anyway, I've got myself on the disability, so I'm going to top trump her on her heart condition. I'd been offered it for fucking ages, the blue badge scheme and all the rest of it. And I declined. And my mum used to say to me, Dave, why don't you, instead of you registering your car in different names and different addresses and all that, why don't you just get the blue badge you can have? And have what they're offering. And now with all the cop robbery that's gone on with them, and they just nicked $9,000 off of me on my pension in tax money, I thought, you know what? I'll have some of that fucking money back, mate, one way or 100%. The other. And that's me. Yeah. I will find a way to get you. You know what I mean?
That is
and
it.
It'll be legal. Be 100% legal. Unless I've got to kidnap you, if the worst comes to the worst, and hopefully, touch fucking wood.
Well, that's again, Donna. That's average, isn't it? Weeks to come out. They're not interested. Like I say,
I touched an onion. I hope it's as good.
You know how to treat your. Oh, I think that's mid conversation. But yeah, day out. So I think you have a few turn up in Worthing Magistrates Court.
Yeah.
Hello. Who's this we got coming on? Hello.
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 Hello. Go on,
hello.
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 Do you need an L? Do you need to borrow an L? Do you want
Nothing
a P? Hello.
Ooh.
Oh no, Mister. You're short of an L. Should have double tapped on the L. That was clever. You do a one tap on the H, a single tap on the E, a double tap on the L, unless you haven't got any. And if you haven't got any L's, I've got loads of spare keyboards. I can give you as many L's as you like. 50 pence a piece. 50 pence an
anyway, L. Nice to see you. Hello.
Hello.
Well, not hello, but
a good fucking bye.
Yeah. Dave, as we've gone on for a little while on that now, we ain't got long left. Should we jump straight to what's going on in France?
I'll tell you what, it's a nice yellow background though. Was it yellow? Or it was sunburnt orange, wasn't it? Sunburnt orange, we'll call it.
How did you change that? Oh, hello's back properly.
Hello, back's on. Back on. Come on, hello. At least
Come
say
on.
something.
Hello.
Go on.
Just give us a hello.
Oh, it's Fran and L. Did you pay 50p for that?
Find the L, but not his voice.
Yeah, I
He,
know.
she, they, them. Not
Unmute
sure.
the mic. I know his mic's unmuted. Or
Yeah,
buy a
yeah, yeah.
mic. How about
Just come in to listen to our bullshit.
that? Okay.
Nothing to
Looks
say.
like- I'll tell you
5.
what. Fucking bright in your house, isn't it? Looks like the fucking sun's landed in his lounge. Or hers.
All give hello, hello. Hello,
That
hello.
fucking
Ooh,
wall needs that wall needs repainting, by the way. Just bottom left-hand corner. Bit of mould coming through. You can get a spray
Spirit-
for it. Fanland. On the
oh,
bog.
spirit.
On the
I thought
bog.
he said on. I thought he said on the bag.
On the bog. It's the crack.
So,
we got another hello.
yeah.
The one. Oh, they're coming in tonight.
Worthing Police Station.
Coming in.
Worthing Police
Worthing-
Station.
yeah,
Come in to
Worthing
say hello.
Police. Trying to noise up the live. Good luck with that. Mate, you're fucking your own job up. There's no good coming in to fuck mine up, mate. I could do that all by
Yeah.
myself.
We'll tell you some few home truths here. Hello.
Yeah, you're very busy fucking your own job up, if it is you.
How dare you assume their gender?
I did say that. Funny
That's
enough.
what I said.
Clive,
He heard them, mate.
Clive Spencer said, "Happy birthday, old man." I said, "How dare you assume my gender?"
Graham Stringer put Happy Born Day on my Happy Born Day.
Happy born
on
day.
my
Oh,
wall.
we've had all them. Yeah.
Yeah. So of course, and
It's a
obviously,
It's a silent hello.
I said to Charlotte Marie in a comment today because she assumed my gender. I might look like a man, but inside is what counts.
Yeah, exactly. Of course it is. Of course. Or down in the trouser region. I always say.
Yeah.
Normally,
yeah,
what
that's
counts in the trouser
No-
region or skirt
Normally-
region, if you want.
If it hangs, you're a man.
Yeah, yeah. If you've got something you need to hold and point, yeah, you're probably pretty close there. And if you're not a bloke and you've got to hold it and point it, I'd get down a fucking doctor's double lively.
Anyway, moving on. I see
And
France.
I am not a doctor, by the way. That's not medical advice.
It's not rocket science either.
No. No.
Moving
Yeah,
on
no,
to
that
France,
is-
Dave. I see it's all kicking off over there.
Where are we going?
France. Let's drop down
Oh,
to France because we
France.
ain't got a long time left, have
We
we?
ain't got long left. We're trying to hold out for
So-
Alan.
Yeah, we
Identified as
are,
a
yeah.
tripod. Oh, you got a third leg.
Definitely bloke, yeah.
I'd have said
There
Jake
we
the
go.
Plate with the extra leg, but we can't do him. That's too Royal Pharisee, isn't it?
It's a
9
silent
days of
hello.
protest. That
Yes. It's gone
had
absolute
9
mental over
days.
there, hasn't it?
one. Gone mental, mate. Radio rental. Here we come.
Oh, we got
Come
Come
on,
On People. I'm going to play
Come
this
on.
first.
Come on, feel the love.
To France now, where the sheer support for some of the country's biggest strikes in years is emboldening unions to call for yet more action next week. This evening, dramatic scenes in Bordeaux, where the town hall has been set on fire as demonstrations turn violent on the 9th day of protests across the country. Let's have a look at the situation that has unfolded. More than 1 million people are estimated to have taken part in today's demonstrations at more than 250 protests across the country. Polls show widespread opposition to a rise in the state pension age from 62 to 64, which is around the EU average. So why has President Macron forced this through Parliament without so much as a vote? The answer, the spiralling cost of French pensions, already 330 billion euros a year.
There is a devotion to demonstration in France, and a history that shows the street can be the best avenue to win or block change. Today, more than 1 million people marched and shouted across the country in their fight against pension reforms. President Macron has used his executive power to enforce the law, forcing them to retire later at 64, not 62.
I want to live another life than just work and die. That's it.
It's a human right. We have to have the chance to enjoy our retirement. It's a true, I think it's a human right, and we all have to fight for it because the government doesn't understand and is kind of disconnected to the reality actually.
We have to make Macron see that people are not resigned. They want to fight his law, and they want him to listen to the people.
Their banners spoke of rage. And and then we saw it. Angry, masked men charged at police. This was a mob bent on destruction, a faction of the march with a different agenda. Retirement was not their cause, trouble was. It put a force on the defence, but at times they cowered. They looked outnumbered, yet 12,000 extra were deployed nationwide. Innocents fell victim to the chaos. And police too. There was no predicting where the missiles would fall.
This protest started about an hour ago and was relatively peaceful. Within a matter of minutes in this area, the police and protesters have clashed. There have been pyrotechnics. And protesters are throwing fireworks. They have been trying to bash through windows. This is turning into a situation of serious social unrest.
Arrests were made. But then violence would surge again. It was a bloody afternoon. Tonight, Paris burns with discontent and anger, with no sign of a resolution. The protests may dissipate, but the bitterness hangs on. Lucy Watson, News at 10.
Here he is.
So I just want to let me play this second clip.
Go on then.
I called the King myself this morning to tell him what the situation here is, and based on common sense and friendship, we decided what the best course of action would be. What would have really not been feasible for neither the British nor for us would have been to have tried to carry on as if nothing was happening, despite what the actual situation is. So we will reorganise this for when calm returns, and we suggested that come the beginning of summer, and with our diaries allowing, we will announce details of a new state visit, which will allow us to properly welcome the new King and the Queen Consort, and to do this in conditions that will allow us to show off France in both Paris and Bordeaux.
There you go.
So no king
And then you
visit.
can have a. Well, he's not gone to. Funny enough, he's not gone to Paris or France. Yeah. So So Germany cancelled, as did Belgium. 3 different locations cancelled.
Yeah.
Because
Right,
I suppose
okay,
you'd
I know
see
that.
the smoke from. Yeah. All of it, the whole lot. He was going to France, Germany, and Belgium. That was the 3 places he was supposed to go. So the lot's been cancelled. Million people though, over 250 locations. It's only 4,000 people a location.
Yeah,
Not
it sounds
massive.
a lot more, doesn't it? It sounds a
When
lot
you
more.
say there are a million people, but it was on. There were over 250 different locations. This is going on.
That's mainstream media putting out that 1 million people took to France. So I looked into it because I thought 1 million people hit the streets in France. That's a lot of people. I mean, to police that. So when I looked into it, 1 million people over 250 different locations. That's not so difficult to police, is it?
No, well then you
totally
go.
different.
Well then take them 2 or 3 major cities out of it, like Paris, for instance, the capital. Most would have been Paris. And then the other place will have a couple of hundred people there, a couple of hundred people there. And all you do when you do that, the good news is when you do that, you split the forces of the police.
Yeah.
Because they can't all go to Paris, then, can they?
Because they can't all go to one
If
place.
it's kicking off in Worthing with Alan Merritt, down here, then they can't send police to London, can they? Because Alan Merritt's
No,
on the
of
fucking
course not.
rampage.
Yeah, fucking hell.
Sending
Go on,
letters
Anna,
to
what have they
people.
done to you?
Go on, now. What they done to you? I'll let you take over there. You can hear him.
So can you,
Go on,
can
then.
you hear me all right?
Of course you can.
Yeah,
Right,
we
so
can
I
hear
got
you.
a phone call at 20 past 10 this morning from I was a bit dubious whether to answer it or not, so I carried on and
I told them that.
Patient everything, blah blah blah. And can you come in for a volunteer interview? So I said, what's it all about? And they said, well, we could tell you if you come in for an interview. So anyway, she was a little bit rude, a bit snotty with me on the phone, and I gave her as good as she gave me.
And then I went to the police station. I got a text message next to ask me that if I didn't go, I would be arrested. So I went there to make a complaint because the police officer didn't identify herself. She didn't identify herself in text format and everything else. I put in a formal complaint, and I got that, and I got her shoulder number and everything else. And then at the end of the day, they locked me up, and then they got a duty solicitor to me about 5 o'clock. Kept saying they were going to release me, but didn't do it. Kept hanging on and said, "Well, we've got to do bail conditions for you." And anyway, so cut a long story short, the solicitor came in. I talked to the solicitor. I told him what I'd done, and what it basically boils down to is that I've written 2 letters to the estate agents regarding what happened on 16th of, when was it? 16th of July?
Fuck knows.
Whatever it was. When I came down with David and I was looking at different estate agents, no problems at all with any of the estate agents. When I went into there, she got a little bit funny. And they said, well, she's saying this and she's saying that. And I said, well, play the video. She said, you got video. She was telling me you got video and all your play it. I said, we'll turn around. And she said, so you're saying you didn't write them letters in intimidation because a certain person's got to go to court. You've not written them to try and intimidate her from stopping going to court. I said, now you're making things up.
Yeah.
I said, you're making allegations and supposed to be and allegedly. I said, what crime have I actually committed? Have I committed any crime? And she said, no. She said, you're in a voluntary. I said, but you've already cautioned me. So I'm going to caution. I don't have to say anything. I don't want to. Right. But I said, I'm trying to, but she wouldn't have it. So she was going on and on and on. And in the end, I said, right, roll the cameras. Let's see it. Let the solicitor see it. Let everybody. And she couldn't get the video to work.
Oh, couldn't she?
She could not get the video.
There's a surprise.
So at the end of it all, yeah.
I bet it works in court.
But when it came to it, they got no further action against me, released me, and weren't going to bring me back to Worthing. I had to walk all the way from Durrington Custody Suite right down to a roundabout, cross a roundabout to Tesco's in the garage, and then there's a little pub called the North Star. So I went in there and I thought, I've got to have some tucker. They offered me some shit in there. I said I wouldn't touch it with a barge pole. And I had a couple of Pro-Mite cups of tea, and that was about it. So
I've got some chicken and chips in the back. Oh, cool. She'll get it in the microwave for you.
But I spent the last 6 hours in custody, basically.
And they chucked you in a cell and they left you for a couple of hours, I understand.
If you'd have been here 2 hours ago, nearly 3 hours ago, chicken and chips was fucking beautiful, mate. Proper crispy, beautiful chips.
He's saying if you'd have been here a couple of hours ago.
He can hear me.
Oh, can you hear me? Right?
I'm not speaking through the fucking headset, am I? I'm speaking through the mic.
I'll be hanged up, mate. I'll go and do Danny Bonkers.
You just can't get the fucking staff.
But, you know what I mean?
The question is out.
Go on.
Did you tell him about beach homes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said, you look. I said, you go on YouTube, you'll find out who I am, blah, blah, blah. I didn't consent. I didn't sign anything. I refused to sign anything. I said, I am not signing diddly squat. I said, I'm not consenting to anything. I'm not consenting to anything that you say to me because you've now turned around and you've cautioned me. And I said, so therefore, I have the right to remain silent and that I will do so.
Yeah.
And so you kept talking for fucking 5 hours.
So I fucking done it.
You got to remain silent. I bet their fucking ears need fucking surgery now.
So you went down to see Dave for his birthday and have a bit of time away, and you ended up getting nicked.
Yeah. Basically.
Can't wait to come down in April.
Bit of a coincidence. They knew I was here. I got 5 hours away.
When you come in April, bring a load of clobber.
Oh, yeah, that's what they try to do. They try to intimidate me. They say my letters were intimidation or meant to intimidate. Why didn't you do it earlier? I said, because I was traumatized because of the loss of my wife. I didn't do anything for, I had 2 breakdowns. I had a really bad breakdown before, after I was with David. And then I had another one at Christmas. I had a really bad breakdown. I said, so I had 2 months. I decided to write the letters because I hadn't heard anything from them. And she said, wasn't it intimidation? Because she's saying now she's not going to go to court because of the letters that you've written.
Good.
And I said to her, well, at the end of the day, it wasn't meant for. And she said, now, you said you was going to go to court on the 20, whatever it is. And I turned around and I said, I am. I said, I'm going to live stream the lot and I'm going to name and shame the estate agents. And I'm going to name as well. And I said, this is going to cost you this.
Has she wound her neck in though, the woman? Did you ask him that?
Yeah, she didn't like it in the end because
no, the woman who has been mouthing the estate agents.
We don't know yet. We don't know until she finds out that there's no further action to be taken on this.
Oh, I know.
Right, so
it was
now,
never going anywhere. I am definitely having my day.
Her condition's so bad, of course. Her condition with her heart is so bad now,
and she'd never met fucking Mason.
Would have scared her so much, that who knows? The court case might even be dropped now.
Well, that's what I was thinking. So anyway, but they tried to hold me over a barrel in the end. They said, "We'll give you bail conditions." I said, "How can you give me bail conditions when you're not going to charge me for anything?"
NFA.
So it's an NFA, yeah. And I turned around and said, "Right, what's the bail conditions then?" And she said that you don't go anywhere near Matthew Anthony. So I said, "Okay, fine, it's fine. But you don't go to court and you don't film outside the court." I said, "No, I'm going to stream the whole lot."
I walk past it every day.
She banged me up for another couple of hours. When she said she was going to release me, because I said that, she went, "All right," and she never spoke to me again after that. The custody sergeant done it all.
So what bail conditions?
I haven't got any. It's
you can't have, can you? No. They make it up as they go along, the stupid fucking monks.
Yeah, of course they do. They do, yeah.
They are fucking
there we
retarded, the people down there. I know they are. My fucking sons are.
Still, you can all call 101 and ask how Alan's getting on. Just drive him fucking
I need to speak to Ross's mum and find out if she dropped him on his fucking head in the maternity fucking ward.
Anyway, Dave, should we finish up? I've got one video left I want to play tonight.
It was a mic in front of me head, by the way. Mike got in the way.
I just want to play this clip quickly before we go. We'll catch up with the rest on Monday. Opinions on this. Who's to blame for this clip?
Get on my head. 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 Get on my head.
So I seen that.
I think police on horseback is fucking. What are they? Fucking Romans?
Yeah, but who's to blame?
I mean, I saw one the other week chasing the fucking car, speeding car.
Yeah,
or geese on the phone.
Yeah.
When did the fucking police on horseback start fucking chasing cars from mobile people on? Oh, mate, please come on, fuck me.
Well, I looked at this case this morning. The dog was put down. The dog was actually put down for that. The horse is okay, but there was no further action taken towards the owner.
Maybe it was just the horse's dog. Maybe it's horses.
And it just that baffles me how the owner cannot be blamed for that.
At the end of the day, all jokes apart, not that it's a joking matter with the horse. Obviously, the horse had done nothing wrong, is it? But the owner. Or owners of dogs should have them under control at all times. You know what I mean? That could have been a kid, couldn't it? Really? At the end of the day.
Yeah.
Mum with a push like that starts jumping.
But in that video, you can see the owner can't control the dog, so therefore the owner should, there should be some kind of punishment for the owner there, surely. But the dog was destroyed, and that was the end of the case. The horse is okay.
What are they doing out? What are you doing out patrolling with fucking horses, mate? Come on, please.
Well, I always said at football games, what is the use of police horses
Crowd
until they moved about 100 of us in one go, and then I realised the benefits of a horse. Yeah.
Well, why not buy some fucking lions then? Buy some lions.
You get horse with you get hit. You get hit at the back end of a horse, you know it, and which did happen to me outside Old Trafford once. And I thought, that makes sense. I can see why they use them. But in riots or situations like that, no, I don't think they should be used at all.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't remember because you're much too young. But in the 70s, it was very popular. Was at those? I mean, when the football riots were proper going off, or the football firms were proper up with each other, and they bought out the horseback lot. Then back in the day, someone would have by miraculous fucking chance, they'd have a packet of ball bearings, and it's like watching Bambi on ice, which isn't nice. You know what I mean? And that's why all the fucking horsey people go, "Oh, you're fucking so cruel, Dave." No, I'm not. I think it's cruel using horses as fucking weapons against anything. You know what I mean? All right, if you were fucking Attila the Hun still, and it still had to be fucking, I don't know, 12:06, whenever it was, then yeah, I can understand it. We're all still had spears and shields. Yeah, but not. It's fucking 2023, mate.
That's
Go
it.
and give your horses a fucking run in the park. Let them have a bit of time off.
Yeah, 100%. So, but there we go. That's us wrapped up for tonight. Yeah, because we've done an hour and a half. It's Friday night. You've got company.
We're going to do Partygate, which is Boris.
We'll do it Monday.
Did Boris lie in Parliament? We'll do it Monday.
They all fucking lie in Parliament.
The answer is there you go.
Yeah.
There's 640 people, I believe, in the House of fucking Westminster. And I would think 639 of them lie on pretty much a regular basis. Hopefully we'll catch up with Annie O'Sullivan. Thank you, Annie, and Emily, and find out about Annie's grandson, and keep you up to speed with that. What's going on, as in what's not fucking going on that should be going on. You know what I mean? Where they're putting kids in danger now.
Yes,
fucking
they are.
Needs to work coming. You know what I mean?
I've got one thing to say before you go, Dave, is good luck, because I know you're going to hear a lot about the police station this weekend.
Oh, yeah, she'll be patrolling Warwick Street tomorrow, Cagney with fucking Lacey. She'll be getting coated, mate, on a live stream. If you come anywhere near Warwick Street tomorrow, mate, I'm going to nick you for harassment if you're listening, Mr. fucking Sussex Police. Joe Shiner. Yeah, her name's Joe Shiner. She'll end up with a Shiner. I'll fucking
She'll end up with a Shiner, yeah.
Lisa, I'm letting you off your lead tomorrow, love, down Warwick Street.
If they don't drive you nuts, Alan will, because he's just done a long sentence now.
Oh, no, yes, mate. 8 hours.
That's it.
Hard bird. Bang up. 24 hours. 8 hours in police custody. We'll have him on. We'll have him on Channel 4. If you want the rights, drop us a line at Loquacious Live and Friends. Stick a little bit of money. Send us some stars, and we'll let you.
We'll sort you out. But we want a few more than 50. We want a few more than 50 stars.
He said he did it standing on his head. It fucking looks like it. All right, and be lucky.
Yeah.
I love you all, even those that don't like me. Have a lovely weekend, and
have a great weekend.
Roll the credits, Matt. We're done.
Good night, all.